I really like what I'm seeing from Becky Lynch lately. Becky Lynch has been cold, she's been calculated, she's been vicious, and she's been relentless. She's basically been everything that I thought I was going to see from Seth Rollins. But that's a whole nother story. Becky Lynch has been doing her damn thing as of late. And it's very impressive to see that. Because I don't know what the hell happened to her entire momentum as the man. Once upon a time, Becky Lynch was the biggest star that the women's division had. But it doesn't even seem like that ever happened. For some reason, she really does just feel like a mid-card talent in the women's division. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but for a competitor of her caliber, you just simply expect more. That's it. And you wouldn't be wrong. She was one of the first women that headlined a WrestleMania. And Becky Lynch was the woman that won that match, ultimately being the undisputed women's heavyweight champion at that time. That was historic and had never been done before. If you do something like that, that shit means that you're already an icon in the business. That means that you should always have high-profile matches. So with that, this is why I didn't even believe that Becky Lynch should be the Intercontinental Champion at this time. Now, in one of the comments from my previous videos, somebody was saying that Becky Lynch is the Intercontinental Champion so she could elevate other talent. And trust me, I understand that. I really do. And that's a good point. The problem is, and what I was saying before, is that once you've achieved so much success in the WWE, going back to the Intercontinental Championship is almost a demotion. And even though you could try to look at the glass half full, it's still just a mid-card title. This is why you never seen guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock achieve everything they did and then have to go back to an Intercontinental Championship. You've never seen that. You haven't seen it from Shawn Michaels. You haven't seen it from Triple H. You haven't seen it from The Undertaker. If you're that person that's in the high-profile matches and you're the biggest star in your division, you simply just don't go backwards. So why should that be different in the women's division? Becky Lynch achieved something that maybe no other women's wrestler is going to achieve with her accomplishment at WrestleMania 35. It's just that simple. So if all the women that would regress back to an Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch just shouldn't be that woman. But this is why I do give her a lot of credit, because she's been taking this role and she's been running with it. She's been being everything that I expected Seth Rollins to be with his group. And Becky Lynch doesn't even have teammates or associates. Even before she became the man, she was always a solid competitor. Vince McMahon spent a lot of time getting Becky Lynch up to being a real star for the women's division. That's why I've been saying a lot lately. Say what you will about Vince McMahon, but let's give people credit where credit is due. As much as people think that Vince McMahon was out of touch with wrestling, look at the things that he achieved while he was running the WWE. The level that Becky Lynch was on, I guess some people must have forgot. I guess we're really prisoner of the moment and we're not really thinking about the history that's been created. Becky Lynch was literally the hottest thing in wrestling. Not even just the women's division. When the man came out there, we all tuned in because she was really that damn good at that time. I could argue the fact that when we see Becky Lynch come out to the ring, she should be getting the type of reaction that Roman Reigns is receiving right now. She should really be goated in the industry. And whenever we see Becky Lynch, all fans should lose their mind. She should be celebrated and held in that regard, because her status and her celebrity shouldn't even allow that to happen. She should either be a world champion or nothing. She's already been getting into movies and acting, so if you're not going to let her be the main champion and on top of her game the way that she's been showing, then just go let her get her celebrity up in the entertainment world. Now that I got that out the way, as it pertains to Clash in Paris and her match against Nikki Bella, I know one thing. Nikki Bella better not win this damn match, which is why I'm kind of confused that this match is even taking place in the first place. This is not to discredit Nikki Bella, but in Clash in Paris for the Intercontinental Championship against a Becky Lynch that's been on top of her game for quite a while now, this just doesn't feel like the right matchup for an event that feels this important. This is the type of match that we could just get on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. This is something that we don't need at a premium live event, especially with an international crowd that's about to go crazy for the entire event. This is one of those events where we needed an opponent who was just as vicious and just as relentless as Becky Lynch has been. I'm still confused as to why Laura Valkyria didn't walk away with the title, because I was convinced that's what Becky Lynch was setting everything up for her to pass the torch on to a younger talent. Now, based off what I've been seeing from Becky Lynch lately, I'm not all that mad anymore about that decision. But Becky Lynch is showing that she's not only trying to reinvent herself, but she's trying to reestablish her status as the best in that division. I still think Becky Lynch shouldn't be the Intercontinental Champion. But based off everything the WWE has in motion already, hopefully they're building up to a big moment with whoever's gonna take that title away from Becky Lynch. Maybe it's WrestleMania, because at this point, we might as well ride the wave until then. This could be a huge opportunity for somebody to make a critical moment in their career, beating Becky Lynch for that title at WrestleMania. So if that's what all of this is leading up to, then I'm just gonna shut the hell up and let it play out. Because I honestly believe that will be a huge moment for whoever that lady might be. And Becky Lynch is doing a great job at being the villain and setting the stage for that moment. So for Clash in Paris, I guess Becky Lynch is just getting a free day.